Hi, my name is Ty Whitman and this is the Breaking Your Chains channel. What we do here, quite simply, is just focus on making our lives and the world around us a little bit better. What I want to do today in this video is compare a couple of different website builders. I want to compare WordPress with Wix. Little disclosure, I have been with WordPress for about 10 years. I put my first site together about 10 years ago. I used WordPress. I used Bluehost hosting with that at the recommendation of other people in the industry. I've been extremely happy with it. They've been absolutely wonderful. I've since built 5 sites. When I first built my first site on WordPress, I didn't think it was that hard at all to get started. I didn't have too much difficulty figuring my way around and building the site. And recently I've been doing some comparison between WordPress, other website building platforms such as Squarespace and Wix. Bluehost is the best hosting account to put WordPress upon. Wix combines hosting with a website building platform. If you want to learn a little information about that, check out my other videos I have in the link below. But for today, I just want to compare the two of them as website building platforms. So I started off using WordPress on the Bluehost platform at the recommendation of other people. And with all the research I have been doing lately, comparing the different platforms and comparing the different hosting accounts, I'm only happier and even more sold on WordPress. For one, WordPress gives you ownership of your website, whereas Wix does not. WordPress is better for blogging. It's better for podcasting. It has better SEO, search engine optimization. That's so people can find you on the internet. WordPress is better for online business. It's also more adaptable. It has a ton of plugins. It has a ton of different skins that you can use for your site, the themes and so forth. And the functionality is pretty much off the charts. If there's anything you want to do with your website, you can do with WordPress. And especially where online commerce is concerned, WordPress is the cheaper of them. So I think with weighing everything else, when you throw on top of that the fact that it's cheaper, I'm definitely sold on WordPress. I'm definitely sold on Bluehost. I am an affiliate with Bluehost, which means that if people sign up for Bluehost through my link, I get a commission for that. A lot of people that are watching this video might think, oh, you're an affiliate, you're going to be biased. Well, I should point out at the very beginning that Wix also has an affiliate account, and Wix's affiliate account actually pays people quite a bit more than Bluehost would pay me if somebody signed up through my account. So if I wanted to be biased and only cared about affiliate income, I would definitely be pushing the Wix product. As a matter of fact, I kind of start to wonder how many people that are pushing Wix over Bluehost are only doing that because their affiliate program pays so much more. Nobody even tries to argue what I just said. All those reasons why WordPress is a better platform to build your website upon. But the one thing I hear over and over and over is that Wix makes it easier to build your website than it is to build a website with WordPress. My daughter actually tried both. She first set up an account on WordPress, and then she set up an account on Wix, and she actually liked Wix better. And I've heard that in a number of places. So much so that the general rule, the general consensus I've heard is that you use Wix if you just need to throw up a website, if you don't want to spend a lot of time learning how to build a website, if you need to throw up a website for your business. You use WordPress if you plan on doing online commerce, that's selling anything online. If you have a blog or a podcast, or if your website is your business. So with that in mind, I set out to spend a day to kind of figure out Wix and play around with it and see what I think about building the platform. And I set out to do it with no bias whatsoever. I really wanted to check it out and see what it was all about. The first thing I noticed right off the bat is I didn't think the learning curve was any easier than WordPress at all. And that actually kind of surprised me quite a bit. I sat there for like the first couple hours, I was playing around with it. And I was just like, what am I doing here? How do I even get started on this thing? And why? I don't see how this is an easier learning curve than WordPress at all. The difference between the two, the major difference between the two is when you start with WordPress, you start with the basic bones of a website and you add to it slowly. You learn how to add pages to that site. You learn how to add media to that site. If you want to do posts, let's say you have a blog or a podcast, you want to add things, you learn how to add posts one by one to that website. You want to add links, you learn how to do that. And can kind of build it up and progress at your own speed. With Wix, when you first join up, they give you two options right off the bat. We can build this site for you, or you can choose from a list of other available websites. If you say build this website for you, what my experience was, or my feelings on the issue is, they don't build a website for you at all. You just say, I want this, I want an email list, I want this, I want this, and I want this. And all of a sudden, there's a website. There is a website, but it's not your website. It's just a website. And then you have to go into that website and change this existing website to kind of make it yours. And whereas WordPress allows you to go step by step by step, with Wix, you have this website thrown at you, and you're forced to kind of do everything at once. And what happened with me is I started changing some media around. Then I started trying to change text around. But Wix works on a system of layers, kind of like Photoshop. And I wasn't used to that at all. I don't know how to use Photoshop. My daughter's an expert at Photoshop, and she's an expert graphic designer. Maybe that's why she found this a little bit easier. Maybe it was a little more visual for her. For me, it completely lost me. What happened was I started taking text. I'm trying to change text in a headline, and I change that, and I go to move it, and now I'm dragging text around through the whole website. And next thing you know, I just ended up with this cluster of junk, and that was supposed to be my website. So what I started with was this pretty looking website. What I ended up with was a complete mess. As opposed to WordPress, where you can start with basics and build on something and figure that out, and build on something and figure that out, and build on something and figure that out as well. If you go the other option on Wix, that we're not going to build your own website, but you're going to choose a site of your own, you go the other way. And they give you a list of templates, or you can choose simple layouts. If you choose simple layouts, there are about 4 or 5 different skins. And that's the basics of kind of how WordPress works. The only difference is you can choose from thousands of those with WordPress, not 4 or 5. If you choose not to go with a basic layout, they give you, again, a bunch of websites to choose from. And not only that, but because they all come from within Wix, all their websites look really, really similar. And they're not personally my style of website. They're that website that has this huge front page, almost like just a picture on the front page with links across the top for pages on the menu, and then a couple of other minor things. I like a page that's a little bit more reactive on the front page, that has more things than just one picture that tries to draw you in. So for me personally, I wasn't feeling what Wix was putting out there in the form of websites, and they literally had hundreds of skins of websites that looked the same way. And then if I chose one of those, same thing. I don't have my website. They go, okay, here's your website, and I have this website that's somebody else's website that now I have to adapt to make mine. So I played around with Wix for most of a day, and I came to the determination pretty quickly that the learning curve wasn't any better. I can see how Wix does make it easier for some people to actually get started, because it's real easy to just play around on a Wix site. You go there and you just log in with your email account, and you create a password, and next thing you know, you start playing around with the website. And then you put some time in and you learn some stuff, and you go, wow, I don't want to give this time up. I've spent all this time building on this website. So next thing you know, you end up signing up for it and you're on their account. I can see how that would happen. And I can see how some people might like Wix. And for the 2 of you out there, all 3 of you, I'll give you 4. Okay, 4. That's all I'm going. For the 4 of you out there, sorry if this offends you, but that is really how I feel about it. As far as I'm concerned, we've got a ton of reasons already that nobody even tries to argue why WordPress is a better platform than Wix. And then as far as the only argument that Wix has, that it's easier to build a website, they may give you somebody else's website, but then to take that website and try to turn that into your own definitely is not any easier. So when you look at the fact that WordPress beats Wix with ease of building a website, there's really no comparison between the two. WordPress is the way to go, hands down. Thanks for listening. Again, If I offended some Wix users out there, sorry, that is my honest opinion. We'll catch you in the next video. Get over this one. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.